Okay, so story time on how the stalker dude I was talking to for 3 days was messing around with my friend at the same time.
Oh my goodness. I have so many stories I could tell about a guy that tried to be with me and my cousin or me and my friends. I can sit here all day and tell stories, but I do have an announcement to make. If anyone do not like the way I pronounce my words, they do not like my voice, they do not like the way I talk in general, listen, you do not have to be over here. Once you hear my voice and it irks you or I don't pronounce the word right, you can hit not interested and be on your way. I'm not trying to sound cocky, not trying to sound rude, but I'm not going to beg anyone to be over here to watch my content at all. Another thing, I know a lot of these videos are not real stories that's going on, or they are telling stories of what have happened to someone else. I wasn't born last night. I just react to the content that I'm looking at, and that's it. So after saying all that, this video is for entertainment purposes only and allegedly. Let's get into it.
Okay, so this all happened around the beginning of October in the fall semester of my freshman year of college. Basically, towards the end of the party, he basically saw me and my group, and me and my group, we did a little lap around the party because we had to see what our options was there, all right? So he saw us, we walked past him slowly. This man whispers, he goes, yo, yo. He then proceeds to whisper again, yo.
Sir, why are you whispering trying to get this woman attention, hollering yo yo? Luckily she heard them, but why are you whispering?
Okay, and then him and his friend proceeds to walk up to my group. He then singles me out the group and he goes, hey, what's your name? I tell him my name. I ask him his. Don't ask me what that man's name is because I don't remember, and we will be referring to him as Mr. Stalker. And during this conversation, Mr. Stalker is very awkward. Let's just put it like that. This man proceeds to ask me that can he have my number?
Dang, you just walked up to her and you already asking for her number? Like after you ask her name, you can't just sit down and chit chat with her for a minute before hollering for her number? Good Lord.
I'm like, oh no, you can have my Instagram. He goes, oh, I don't really be on Instagram like that. But he gives me his Instagram, and this man has 2,345 followers.
I know I'm pausing the video a lot already, but you say you don't be on Instagram like that, but you have 2,000 and something followers. Okay, was you on Instagram beforehand and then now you don't be on there like that? Or are you sitting here telling her a bold-faced lie?
I said, okay. So we exchanged Instagrams. And then at this point, he's like, but I really want your number, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatnot. I'm like, that's nice and all, but I somehow ended up giving to him because I just wanted him to get out my face. I then walk towards them. I look at my phone once I get to them and notice this man has texted me already, inviting me to walk around my campus with him.
Listen, little buddy is not wasting no time at all. She gave him the number and he already texted. And a lot of times guys do that to make sure you giving them the right number. I had a guy one time, I gave him the number, which I was feeling him, not gonna lie. And dude called to make sure that was the right number right there in my face. And I was like, what if I gave him the wrong number? What would have really happened?
Now, mind you, I did not want to go walk with this man at all, but Revelations and T were the one who convinced me to go walk with the man. So I was like, forget it, for the plots. So let's just say the walk was very awkward. It was very obvious that man did not want to be seen, but he was trying to project that feeling onto me.
Well, we all pretty much know why he act like he didn't want to be seen with you, because you clearly told us at the beginning he was wanting your friend, and he pretty much didn't want her probably to catch him talking to you.
But not for the reasons he was saying. And ended up walking around the campus. So then we're walking, and then while we're walking, this man asked me, he was like, do you like my shirt? Do you like my shoes? Mind you, he has on these Balenciaga moon stompers and a little random designer t-shirt. I don't know the name. I said, it's cool, I guess. Because mind you, I don't care about the materialistic clothing, none of that.
I mean, why would you ask her what she like about your clothes? You pretty much wanted her to know that you had on a name brand outfit and thought that she was going to be one of those girls like, oh, you got Balenciaga on, you got this on. Oh, I like that. Like that was going to make her like you even more. Like every woman is not into, like she said, materialistic stuff. Like that does not excite them or turn them on.
And he noticed that, proceeds to walk. He stops in his path, looks at me, and then he asks myself if I would consider myself to be a big girl.
Sir, what kind of questions are you asking her? Why would you ask her, does she perceive herself as being a big girl? You know what, after that, I would have been like, you know what, let's just go our separate ways. You go ahead and do you, because you are already starting out wrong by asking me the question that you are asking me. What kind of question is that?
Then, after he asks us that, I go, what do you think? Are you blind? He then proceeds to say, let me hug you. I was like, no, because he phrased it. Let me go back, guys. He was like, why haven't you gave me a hug yet? And I said, because I don't hug people that I don't know. He goes, well, can I have one? So I gave Mr. Stalker a hug, and this man then proceeds to pick me up and twirl me around. And then afterwards he goes, see, I can pick up a big girl.
Sweetheart, let this young man be on his way, because first of all, that was a crazy question he asked, and then the fact he picked you up and twirled you around like y'all in a romance music video or movie, and then say, see, I can't pick up a big girl. You know what, like I said, I would have told him, you just go about your business, because that would have been the end of it for me.
I'm just sitting here with a blank stare looking like, gee, he can't be serious right now. After he notices the mood starts to like change, he then goes to ask if we could sit at this bench and talk. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I can actually talk and get to know this guy. At first, the first question this man asks me is, would you be able to handle me in a relationship?
First of all, she just met you. She don't know nothing about you, and you already asking her questions about will she be able to handle you in a relationship. She just met you that same night. You act like you and this girl have been talking already for at least 2 or 3 months before you asked that question. I'm like, sir, I don't even know you to even give you an answer to that question.
I go, excuse me? He goes, he's standing on business, guys. He says, are you ready for a relationship? Are you going to be able to handle school and a relationship with me? Because I need attention. I need this. I need that.
Girl, please run. Anytime you meet somebody said that they need this, they need that, they become needy, run, because they're going to want you to give them all of your time. They're going to try to take you away from people, just keep you up under them. They don't want you around your friends. They don't want you doing anything. As I keep saying, run. Do not date. I repeat, do not date, because I talked to somebody that was like that, and they just wanted me up under them 24/7.
And I'm thinking, who going to be the boys? He then proceeds to ask me my type and what type of men I like. I don't answer this question. I give a generic answer, because once you tell a man your type, he's going to try and fit that type and bamboozle you. So then he suggests that since the bugs was biting our ankles, we should go and sit in his car. And I ask him where his car is parked. Why does this man say his car is parked outside of my dorm?
I wouldn't go to his car, because how does he know where your dorm is located? How do he know that he's parked outside your dorm? So this guy had to be watching you or something. Or is the friend in the same dorm as you? What is going on?
I then proceed to be like, okay, I'm like, he doesn't have to know I live there. So we go walk back to the car. And also, the craziest thing about this part to me is that I noticed these two people sitting there, but it wasn't until later that I realized that it was my friend Revelation and T pretending to be a couple making out to stalk us while we were walking, for my safety, as the good friends they are. And they also jumped in a tree to hide and record us.
Well, it's a good thing that her friends didn't just run off and leave her with this guy, because there's no telling what would have happened. So if something did happen, she had witnesses with her to get him away from her. And yes, they are good friends, and good friends are hard to find, because some friends would have just left that girl with that dude and went on about their business.
Okay, so at this point, we're in this man's car. As soon as this man gets in the car, he throws his chair all the way back. And then he goes, you don't want to lean back? Me, with my legs crossed, hands folded, I go, no, I'm comfortable like this, back straight up. And then he's like, you sure? I'm like, no, I'm good. He's on his phone, just looking like he's playing a game or something. I don't know what he's doing. And I'm like, I know this man did not invite me in his car to sit on his phone and play games. So then I'm like, dang, you can't even pay attention to me? Like, you're not going to hold a conversation? He goes, man, you don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm like, what are you looking at, sir? He flips his phone, and why is it my Instagram on his phone?
Now, didn't he say earlier he don't fool around on Instagram like that? So why are you on her page? Which she did give him her Instagram. I forgot about that part. But let him tell her he don't really fool Instagram like that. So why are you on Instagram looking at her stuff?
He goes and says, man, and proceeds to rub my arm. I'm slowly inching away because, like I said, I hate physical touch. And then on top of this man then goes to say, can I ask you a question? Actually, wait, I don't want to ask it. It's too early. Let me guess. How many bodies do I have? He then proceeds to go, wow, you are smarter than a fifth grader. I'm like, wow, this man is sassy. So then he kept asking me, can he go to my dorm? And at this point, I'm like, no, bro, we got to wrap it up. Now, the next day, he's already trying to take me out on a date. And he basically goes, I'm getting off of work and I'm tired, so you have to drive us in my car wherever we're going. And respectfully, if you're offering to take me on a date, you're going to come and pick me up. I'm not driving your car, sir.
Right, I'm not driving your car because if anything happened to it, it will not be on me. And if you're tired from work, then we should set the date at a later date. I'm not driving your car around or riding around in your car, and I got to be the one that's doing the driving. Not happening.
The next day, he proceeds to make the same offer, and I tell him no once again. So I say no. I leave him a nice little paragraph explaining to him how I'm uncomfortable, how he's being weird, being the Mr. Stalker he is. Then he proceeds to go on social media and post a bunch of sad, depressing posts on his story for the next 2 days saying how he can't trust females, he's never trusting in love again, never doing any of that.
Sir, they shouldn't be trusting you because you was the one that was talking to the friend and her at the same time. So if anybody should not trust in love or never talk to a man again, should be them.
Fast forward to about a month ago before the school year ended, me and my friends were all chilling in our friend's room. We're going to call this friend Jay. And we were all discussing the regular stuff. We was talking about boys. And then Jay brings up this boy and she calls him Nonchalant Dreadhead. I'm like, okay, let me see what he looks like. She shows a picture. And why does Nonchalant Dreadhead turn out to be Mr. Stalker? I'm like, wow. Now, mind you, Jay is also a thick girl. She is a thick Kenyan queen. So let's just say he has a type.
Like I stated earlier, I have so many stories similar to this that is not even funny. Like I said earlier, I can stay on here all day telling this type of story. This is nothing new. And every single time, all you can do is just laugh and like, really, this guy was trying to be with me and my friend at the same time. And what's so crazy? Maybe he knew, maybe he did not know. But some of these people be knowing that these people are your friends, and they still will try to be with them, not caring about you all being friends with each other. So have you guys experienced a guy or a woman trying to talk to you and your friend, and he or she knew you were friends, or they didn't know you was friends? Let me know down in the comment section.